Hey, so this is me fixing my Mac Mini from the grocery store. So hold up, let me explain here. So a few weeks back, I went out on some errands. And as I like to do, before I did this errand, I kicked off a job with one of my agents that runs on my Mac Mini. So I started running that. And as I was going into the grocery store, I thought, you know what? Let me check on it. Let me see what it's up to. So I connected it from my iPhone and I connected to my Mac, and sure enough, it was stuck at a system prompt. Who knows how long it had been stuck there, but I was able to quickly intervene, hit allow, and let it get on its way, and I went back to my shopping. And before all of this, I tried a bunch of alternate options. So Apple's screen sharing app works great on the Mac, but there's no iPhone or iPad client, so that's a real bummer. The other thing is SSH is a great fast way to connect, but you lose access to the graphical user interface, the GUI, right? And that's a deal breaker for me. And there are some traditional screen sharing tools, but most of them haven't been built for the era of touchscreens, and they don't have really nice controls for working from your iPhone or your iPad. So eventually we ended up building Astropad Workbench. And this has really become my favorite way to connect in remotely using my iPhone or my iPad, or even another Mac for that matter. So here's how I set that up. And it's really pretty simple. It takes less than 5 minutes. And really the first step is you need to go download Astropad Workbench and install it on your Mac Mini. So you'll have to go through the onboarding, and it's pretty simple. And then you'll enable your computer to allow sharing. Step 2, I need to jump over here to my iPhone, and I'm going to grab Astropad Workbench from the App Store. There it is. Let's go ahead and install that and open it. And once I'm in, I want to sign in, and I want to make sure to use the same sign-in that I used previously on my Mac. Once I do that, boom, you should see your Mac. And there it is. There's my Mac M4 Rex, and I can hit connect, and it's going to connect me remotely to my Mac. Now it gives me a little tutorial on how to do things, how to move around the display by panning, how to zoom the display with 2 fingers, how to scroll windows with 2 fingers, and then how to click and drag by click and holding. So once I do that, I'm in. And here's my full computer right on my iPhone. Now, when I'm using this, I like to use it in landscape mode. I feel that it fits the display proportions of a Mac better. And this is what it really feels like. You're looking at a real Mac desktop. I can go ahead, I can open apps. Here I open notes, right? I can go ahead and I can move windows around. I can scroll, I can click buttons. I can do all sorts of stuff that you would typically do on a Mac. Now, I'd say what I do most commonly is check on agents I have running. So in this case, I got an alert that something's stuck, and so I'm connecting onto my Mac. And when I zoom in here, I can see that sure enough, there's a system prompt. I'm going to click to allow that and let the agent go on its way. Super fast, super easy to do from your iPhone. Another thing I like to do is if I need to send a longer prompt, I can use the built-in dictation. So let's try it. Hey, Astrobot, how's it going? Right, so super easy to dictate and to send something to my Mac Mini right from my iPhone. The other thing I really like is there's this feature called Unified Display. And what it'll do is it'll modify the screen so that it matches the resolution of the iPhone. So it's really nice. You're not trying to control a 4K desktop squeezed into a tiny 6-inch screen. It's a really nice way to work. The other thing is this can all be over cellular. And if you zoom in here, you'll see that despite that, the text stays super crisp and readable, and their interactions feel quite immediate. So if you're curious about trying the same setup, Workbench does have 20 minutes a day free, which is more than enough to do some quick troubleshooting, do some quick check-in on your Mac as well. Be sure to check out my guide that I did on setting up a headless Mac Mini. It's great for those of you that are exploring headless Mac Minis and want to run agents and other things on it. I'll drop some links below, and I hope that was helpful. Take care now.